How many people here have wontons before? Quite a few of you. As a child, the most memorable moments I had was spent in the kitchen beside my grandma folding wontons. Whenever I went to my grandma's house, she would already have the ingredients and materials set up on the table. All that was left was to wrap them up, which was the best part. Today I will be teaching you how to make wontons because it is a healthy meal that consists of a simple and straightforward recipe that will satisfy anyone's hunger, but particularly college students because nowadays they mainly depend on unhealthy meals such as frozen or instant foods. I will first start off by giving a brief history about wonton, followed by the necessary ingredients required to make wonton, and finally the process of making wonton. To begin, I will first give a brief history about wonton. Wonton originated in Guangzhou during the Qing dynasty. Up until the Song dynasty, they were a food only for the rich. At that time, due to undeveloped cooking methods and lack of cooking equipment, wonton was considered extremely delicate food. The wonton was made an exclusive dish to savor. Wonton became the ideal spring festival food in the northern part of China during the Ming and Qing dynasties. During the spring festival, every house would have tables filled with wonton. The first spring festival wonton meal must be eaten by the midnight of Chinese New Year's Eve. Now that I've told you a brief history about wonton, I'll now tell you the necessary ingredients that are required to make wonton. You will need wonton wrappers, a half teaspoon of sugar, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, sesame oil, 1 egg, green onions, 1/4 to 1/2 cup of water, 3/4 teaspoon of salt, ginger, and a half pound of boneless chicken or lean pork chop. A few other materials you might need are 2 bowls, 1 for the ingredients and 1 for water for wrapping the wonton layer, and also 1 pot. Now that I told you the necessary ingredients that are required to make wonton, I'll finally teach you how to make wonton. First off, you take a wonton wrapper, you put the filling in the middle, but start off small because if you put too much, it'll be harder to wrap the wonton. You then line the edges of the wonton wrapper with water. You dip your finger in a water bowl and dab on each of the sides. And then you fold the wonton in half. Make sure to press down gently to seal the wrapper and make sure there's no air pockets inside. Then you dab the bottom left corner of the folded wonton with water, right here. Then you twist the wonton so that the back side of the right corner meets the front side of the left corner where the water was just dabbed. So it should look something like this. Make sure to press down gently. This is probably the most difficult part, so it's okay if the first few times it ends up to be lumpy or crooked. After the wonton is folded, the last step is to boil the wontons. All you need to do is fill the pot with water, wait until it bubbles, drop the wontons, and wait until it floats up, because that's when you know it'll be ready. Then you scoop them out, and then it's time to eat. Today I've told you the brief history of wonton, the necessary requirements to make wonton, and the process of making it. I wanted to teach you this because it is a simple and straightforward recipe that can satisfy anyone's hunger, especially college students, and is also a healthy meal. Thank you.
Take a bow. You still have a couple seconds.